This podcast was sponsored by The Essence, a new album from Hell's Yeah and DJ Mousetrap. You could get that album on hellsyeah.online.
Yeah, what it is, people? It's your boy Doggie Diamonds. You already know Doggie Diamonds, no filter. I am Doggie Diamonds. I have my cousin with me here today.
Yeah.
Not fake cousin, not street cousin, my actual family here. Let them know who you are.
Hells yeah. Mr. Trifecta, producer, artist, engineer, and all that good stuff.
And you got a project out right now.
Yes, sir. Actual album, not a mixtape. It's an album. The Essence. You know what I mean? It's produced by DJ Mousetrap, Fleet producer. You know what I mean? So it's something special. Something special.
All original production, too.
All original production. No, like I said, it's not a mixtape. We ain't doing none of that. This is an actual album, 19 records.
Where could they get the joint at right now?
Straight from my website, hellsyeah.online. Go straight there. It's $10 for 19 songs. You cannot go wrong with that.
Yeah, it's like what, 50 cents a song or some shit, right?
Yeah,
Less than
B.
that.
Yeah, B.
Yeah, y'all paying for this other shit.
You pay $10 in coffee, B.
Word, yeah. Yo, and not only that, dudes is paying all this money for songs and they only getting 3 hot records, if that.
Word.
So, all right, why not do the iTunes? Why not do all that?
Well, basically, because iTunes takes 30% of your sales. iTunes, Google Play. And all I would be doing is doing the same thing that I'm doing with my own website, is telling them to go to iTunes.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm paying iTunes to promote them.
Yeah.
That ain't good business.
See,
You know what I mean?
y'all gotta start, using your own shit for yourself and stop always running with these brand names and shit. Like, because I used to always wonder, why do people put their mixtape on that piff when you could just put it on your own website?
Right.
If you really have a fan base and you really have people, they're going to go to your shit to get your shit.
How some people look at it, they look at it like, yo, it's an outlet, because other people go to that website, which is fine and dandy, which is true. But regardless, you're still going to be out there promoting, and you're going to be promoting that piff alongside with your project, because you still got to tell the people where it is.
And they get all the traffic. When you could get that traffic and add revenue.
Right.
See,
Right.
folios.
See,
But
the way I'm going about it is only taking 15%. But I look at it like this: it's like if I was in the street selling it out the trunk, I'd be paying gas and eating and stuff like that. That's my 15% right there.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm still, and then also on top of that, I could keep track of everybody who bought the album.
Yeah, definitely.
So when I'm ready to put something else out, I could regenerate those same customers.
yeah,
Because there's no reason why you should.
because now you're building a database.
Right. There's no reason why you should sell, let's say, 10,000.
And you don't even know who bought it.
Right. But
Yeah.
then on your second project, you only sell 2,500. Why you not regenerating the same customers? Because you're not reaching the same customers that bought your first project.
See, y'all just got some G for free.
For free.
I want y'all to hit the donate button now because
Word.
y'all just got some game. Watch everybody try to do it, which is cool because I'd rather you do your own shit.
Yeah, bite that. But
Yeah.
don't bite mumble rap. Bite
Yeah.
the information you're getting right now.
That's what I'm saying, man. So, all right, we talk about mumble rap. First of all,
Word.
where could they get the album at again?
Hellsyeah.online. HELLZYEA.online.
Okay, mumble rap.
Mumble rap.
It's big right now. But wasn't it always mumble rap?
There was always mumble rap. There was always nonsense in hip hop, or people who didn't really say shit.
All right, so I'm gonna say some shit that's
We
gonna
gonna say
piss
some
everybody off. I think Desiigner is like the 2016 Busta Rhymes.
And I would lean to agree with you.
Reason why I say that is because what the fuck was Chickadee Choco the Chocolate Chicken?
Word is true though. And I mean, it wasn't just that. Like Busta said a lot of shit that was just like, what?
Now, he was dope as fuck because he had the outfit with it,
Right.
but
And he had the character.
he had the character.
the character,
but
right.
Desiigner don't got the character.
Yeah, Desiigner. I mean, Desiigner looks a little retarded.
He look autistic.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like but at the same time, nigga look happy as shit.
That's
dude.
what I'm saying. Like, but Busta though, if you was fucking 19 and you got an M or if you went triple platinum, you ain't gonna be happy.
Yeah, you going. I'm gonna be happy. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna look like that being happy. But
Yeah.
We know it's a lot of other things that contribute into his look. You know what I mean?
All right,
So-
but let's keep it real, right?
right.
when Busta was rapping, we ain't know what the fuck he was talking about neither, man.
We was all into the energy. It's just like the Panda record. We all into the energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Busta's energy was fucking ridiculous. We didn't really care.
Yeah.
What he was saying. Like you said, but he got dope later.
No, later
on
he changed and I started understanding him.
Right.
The enunciation was better.
Right.
But when he said, as I combine all the juice from my mind, powerful impact, boom, from the cannon. I didn't know
for some reason, nowadays, you look for artists for their lines to relate to each other. You know what I mean? But those lines didn't relate.
Yeah, because
it was just like,
it was mumble rap.
Yeah.
Yo, listen.
Because mumble rap isn't just a motherfucker just making up words like Young Thug and these other niggas be doing. Mumble
shit
rap
that you just don't understand.
You just don't understand.
Yeah.
Right.
James Brown is the original mumble rapper, though. Because that nigga was like, about to do that. The fuck was he talking about? He wasn't saying shit.
Nah, he wasn't.
And we love James Brown. So the mumble rap, all right, this is how I feel about mumble rap. I just don't listen to it.
Right.
I don't complain about it. I just don't listen to it. Now, mumble rap with a good beat is dope mumble rap.
Yeah.
Like Panda.
And you know what? It has its place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that music, like we talk about trap, we talk about whatever down south music they call it, trap, drill, or whatever. Like, if you in a club and that shit come on, let me hear them 808s, you're gonna toe tap, you're gonna do that shit gonna make you move some kind of way. Now, when you in your house cleaning up or whatever, you may not listen to it.
I want to hear some motherfucking D'Angelo. I want to listen to some Neo Soul, some Jill Scott, shit like that.
Oh, when you working out.
The dark skin NDRE. I want to hear that shit. Not that light skin shit. Yeah, because I think she bleached her shit up a little bit. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get sued or get my podcast deleted. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
We know that ain't happening.
Yeah, but I ain't worried about that shit. So but mumble rap, I think it is really getting a bad name a little bit because when you think about even how they look, right? Niggas with yellow hair and beads and what about Andre 3000?
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes was wearing some of the wildest shit.
What about what's the name?
Big Gip.
Them, but even going back, I mean, we talk about the grandfathers of hip hop. The niggas dress weird too.
Parliament.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Parliament had a nigga running around the stage with a pamper on. You ain't know that shit? They got on a fucking pamper.
Nah, you're right.
Digital Underground. Tupac was a part of Digital Underground.
Yeah.
This nigga had on a fake ass nose.
Yeah.
It was dope as fuck though.
Right.
So is it we mad at mumble rap or are we mad that they corny?
I think it's more so that it's the corny and the message that it projects, because how I look at it is it's genocidal music.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, when a dude is constantly talking 30 to the face, 50 to the face, 60 to the face. You know what I mean? Like,
and they got all these sounds.
Right. All the sound effects. And you know what I mean? You got groupies in the background, like, yeah, hyping it up. And then, you look at the images in the video, like, in our time, that wasn't, we were talking nonsense, but it was fun nonsense. Now
Chickadee Choco was bullshit, my nigga. Chickadee Choco, the chocolate chicken, that shit is bullshit forever, my nigga. Like, I can't co-sign that.
Nah, I feel you on that.
Even when the nigga said, Busta Rhymes,
but still, it was fun. He wasn't talking about killing a nigga over something stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's more so nowadays. It's like, they're mumbling, but then they're talking. When you actually understand what they're saying, it's really like, or little bitch. You know what I mean? It's either degrading a woman, shooting their brother, or something to that effect.
So Timmy Turner wasn't hot though. The acapella.
It was catchy.
All right, that's what I'm saying. Don't act like he wasn't killing everybody.
How many things we get caught up being catchy, but really not hot? It's just catchy.
But ain't that the point though?
I mean, I guess to a certain degree.
Yeah, because I mean, look how many views that shit got, and this motherfucker was like.
Yeah, I mean,
on some Addams Family shit, kill everybody, bro.
You think about it, he literally said the same exact bars over and over again for about a good 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Over and over. He said the same shit over and
But
over.
did they
again.
not fuck it up when they put a beat to it? They fucked it up.
I think so. Yeah.
I would have just made that an acapella record.
Yeah.
You can't put a beat to that.
Yeah, nah.
Timmy Turner, kill everybody.
I
Walking.
mean, because you think about it, it had the melody.
Yeah, they should have went with the melody.
Was
all right,
pretty
but now
dope,
look,
you know what I mean?
you got Timmy Turner, kill everybody walking. You know that. What he said after that shit,
right.
that shit was scribble scrabble.
Right.
I don't know what the
And
fuck.
you got people online who tried to make sense out of it. And I'm like, yo, why are you speaking for that man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let him explain his own shit because all you doing is assuming that's what he's talking about. We don't know what he's talking about.
All right, so let's because I'm not listen. I want y'all to know I'm not here to defend mumble rap. I'm just trying to give a perspective to a lot of shit. It is other rappers like when Ghostface says something like "lick 'em cinnamon rotisserie blunts." I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Right.
Now rotisserie, you do
You
spin it,
right.
but what is cinnamon?
The color, the blunt.
See, but now look, look how that is. You are the little dudes that's saying, "I know it's a because they understand that shit." So the point I'm trying to make is it a generation thing that we?
I mean, I've been saying for a long time, it's a big generation gap.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, we talk about how we say, yeah, but our parents talked about how our music was whack, but our music wasn't so far removed from their music.
It was
even now, you got
music.
our parents listening to our music now.
Yeah.
That we was listening to.
Is it
You know what I
going too
mean?
loud?
Like
Yeah.
like my mom's listening to Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, definitely.
My mom's listening to Nelly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but this is the music that they was talking about was, oh, that's
Turn it down a little bit.
jibber jabber or whatever. You know what I mean? So now that it's we have this other music, it's a big differentiation from what we did and what the kids are doing now.
I turned him down. Now he gonna start talking low and shit. Talk now. Stay excited and shit. It's still going loud or it's cool. It's cool, right?
We good?
Yeah.
All right.
We doing mic checks like right in the middle of the podcast, and I ain't deleting none of this shit. Nah, it is what it is.
No, so it is a big generation gap, and I feel like the older artists failed the younger artists.
Okay, because that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to find who do we blame?
Right, because let's keep it real. Like the older artists are selfish.
Selfish in the motherfucker.
You know what I mean? Like they took all the spotlight and kept it, and are still holding on to it,
and still trying to keep.
You know what I
shit.
mean? And they never and there's a lot of it is New York. We're gonna say the East Coast, but when people talk about the East Coast, they really talk about New York.
Yeah, because it ain't no
You know what
East
I mean?
Coast.
Right. So
Ain't no East Coast, period. Because if you go to North Carolina, that's still on the fucking East
it's
Coast.
still on the East Coast. I mean, it's considered South, but it's still on the East
It's
Coast.
South
And you
East.
got Philly. You know what I mean? Like so, but the New York artists didn't really duplicate themselves. You know what I mean? Like you got Dre. Dre duplicated himself quite a few times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where Premier didn't.
I mean, you mean as far as reinvent, you mean?
Reinvent.
Reinvent, okay.
You know what I mean? But you reinvent yourself by duplicating your success into another artist.
Makes sense. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that's what contributes to
Premier didn't
longevity.
make another gangstar.
He didn't make another gangstar. He didn't make another guru. You know what I mean? Like Jay is probably the closest with Kanye, but even Kanye is his own kind of entity.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Even though he came under the tutelage of Jay, you know what I mean? He's still kind of his own entity where, you know, okay, Nas now has Dave East. But how long did that take?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who did LL bring? You know what I mean? So we look at these older artists and then we look at the younger artists. That's where the disconnect is.
And I give these younger dudes credit. They be putting all they mans on.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They be having dudes that nigga was the motherfucking blunt go-getter.
Right.
And now he in the booth.
Right.
And I think that started putting a man on maybe with like Dipset because we never thought Jim Jones would rap.
Right. That's true.
And then Jim Jones is a rap. Everybody in the crew rap.
Freaky Zeke. He wasn't rapping at
exactly.
first.
And then
You know what I mean?
everybody was able to be prosperous and make the brand strong.
Right.
The older dudes over that,
Yeah.
like fuck everybody.
Nah.
They still not putting nobody.
Right. Right. You know what I mean? And whether it was lack of business sense, whether it was, I feel a lot of it was ego. because you feel like, yo, you put on the next person, that person gonna get more light than you. But no, that contributes to your legacy.
Cause Chief Keef, look at all the dudes that came from Chicago behind Chief Keef.
Yeah.
Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like you got Fredo, Dirk, all of them dudes.
Little Herb.
Yeah, G Herbo and all these.
Right. And the same thing in the South.
How do I know y'all name? I'm confused. How do I know all y'all name? Because
this nigga is a historian.
Yeah,
it don't matter what
yeah.
time period he gonna know. Like this dude's brain, I don't know.
Yeah.
He got extra brain up there for something because I can't remember half of the shit.
Yo, when it comes to hip hop, I love that shit so much, man. I know everything, all reasons. So yeah, and then even in the South, because people don't know, like, there's so much extended family in the South. Like, who would have known how many people came through organized noise? We didn't know that all those people till we saw the documentary. Like, oh shit, he's from this camp, and he was here. In New York, that shit don't be like that. But you know what? In New York, I think that shit come from the street crime. A lot of dudes had street beef, and it's street like, beef, you don't fuck with them niggas over there, and we never fucking with them.
But see, now it comes to a point now these cats, now we older. So it's like, how do we, because it's just like Jay said, like, mobsters opt to not get in beef. There's no business in it. It only brings police. You know what I mean? Like, at a time, we got to think about, like, yo, we got to get money together. You know what I mean? Like, beef, whatever, fuck this beef shit, because there's no money in that. And that's what the West did. You know what I mean? That's what the South did. You know what I mean? Don't think they don't have their beefs.
No, they got beef.
But when it comes to the public eye, nah, we all family, B.
But now look at this, though. The reason why I think in New York we don't do that shit, because it's the ego. Because, first of all, this is the media capital.
Right.
Always was, always will be.
Right.
You got 60 web series in Brooklyn alone.
Yeah.
So that causes dissension.
Yep.
Because instead of people getting behind one web series, they say, fuck them niggas over there. My shit gonna be better.
Yeah.
Oh, he got dad hats. I'm getting mom hats. Fuck his hats. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he got t-shirts. Fuck that. I'm getting crew necks. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough camaraderie in New York City. And it's like a monkey see, monkey do, crabs in a barrel type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you create the podcast wars with dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever it is that's created, it always has to be a war. Instead of us saying, yo, we will run this shit if we stick together.
Yeah.
We will run this shit if we just band together. And then it just becomes so much tribalism within this shit. Because people always ask me, would you do his podcast or would you go on his platform? I'd be like, hell yeah, if he hit me.
Right. Why not?
All you gotta do is hit me. I'm there. Listen, I make myself available for internet radio shows, for blog talk shows. Why wouldn't I go on that platform if it's going to help me promote my platform? And in turn, I'm going to promote his platform on my platform.
It just makes sense.
It just makes sense. But no, everything is like, fuck that nigga. Oh, I don't see what he doing.
Right.
How you don't see what I'm doing? And you doing what you doing because I did what I did. That's like Kobe Bryant saying, I never saw Michael Jordan play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what do you...
But see, that's where the ego come in, or just a plain flat out ignorance. It's like, why? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with giving another man respect.
Yo, and the dope shit about it is that, yo, I love to say I got something from somebody. I love to say this person influenced me.
Right.
Like when I interview Pete Rock, I'm like, yo, this man don't even know how much I copied him.
Word.
Everybody,
for a fact.
yeah, and everybody knows that I copy him, but I love to tell you, yo, my man, you inspire, and you're still relevant. It ain't like I absorbed your energy and discarded you. You still fucking the almighty Pete Rock.
Right.
But I want you to know what you did in my life that kept me from going to jail, killing going to jail, and dying.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But other than that, you kept me alive and you kept me out of jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Based off your influence. These people nowadays won't say, yo, you influenced me to do what I needed to do till I realized it could get money. It's like motherfuckers rather say, I never heard of you.
Yeah.
You lying.
Yeah, you lying. That's just flat out lying. Just flat out.
Because people think Doggie Diamond's TV is new. The brand Doggie Diamonds TV is new.
Right.
But Doggie Diamonds is not new.
Nah,
You studied my game tapes,
Right,
my nigga.
right.
All y'all niggas.
For years.
For years. I've been
For
putting
years.
23 DVDs in the street.
I tell you to you like this, like before all the other websites, the Forbes or whatever, Dog was in my studio
Every day doing
and
beats.
still thinking about how he was gonna do this media shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like can nobody talk to me about you? You know what I mean?
In media, especially.
Right, in media. Like,
'Cause
this
you-
is outside of you just being family.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I
you
just know the
remember
real.
me sitting there like, and I'm gonna do this.
If you're wondering why you subscribe to this channel but you don't know that new videos are being uploaded, that's because you have to also turn the notifications on. By the Doggie Diamonds TV subscribe button, you also have to click on the bell. That's turning on the notifications. So every time a new video is uploaded to this channel, then you'll be notified that a new video is uploaded. Make sure you hit that bell if you want your notifications on. Peace. Hey, thank you for watching. Don't leave without subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.